Imagine you're a singer-songwriter and your father was the second most influential person in the music industry. My name is Mark Hole. I'm a singer-songwriter from London, and my father was Max Hole, the CEO of Universal Music. Universal Music Group is the biggest record label in the world. It owns a third of the market. It is, in fact, the only record label to have faced the monopoly law. The monopoly law was implemented to prevent any single company from owning more than a third of its market. Therefore, when Universal acquired EMI, they had to, by law, sell parts of their company. One part being the record label that owned Blur. Woo-hoo! Have you heard of that band? Woohoo! So you can quite literally and officially say that Universal is the biggest and the baddest of them all. As a result, my friends and I called Universal the Death Star. Because my father was second in command, that would make him Darth Vader, making me Luke Skywalker fighting for a rebel cause. Ah! Don't be silly, Mark. Seriously, this 5-part documentary is primarily about ADHD, but also the silliness within all of us that allows our physical and mental health to slip further and further away. But before we get into that, I would like to share with you my story so you can fully understand my why. It's safe to say that like any child in this world, I looked up to my father. As a result, I started writing music. The first notable song I wrote was called Dirty Bass. And when I presented it to my father, the first thing he said was, "I don't like the word loo in a song." At the same time, he had just signed Andre 3000 releasing hit song Roses, Really Smell of Poo, Ooh, Ooh. It was from that moment I sensed that the path ahead would be challenging. Nevertheless, I persevered. "Take a look at this," I said, "and this." Showcasing my work, it became an unhealthy obsession to seek approval from my father. However, through my own efforts, I managed to acquire the same manager as Paul Oakenfold, Billy Ocean, the Noisettes, and Cat Stevens. Woo! Dad! Dad? Then I had the opportunity to support Tori Amos on her European tour and performed at the Royal Albert Hall. Woo! Even Gandhi's played there, Dad! Come on! Later that year, I secured a publishing deal with Downtown Music Publishing in New York and collaborated with artists all around the world. I sang on a hit in Holland. I helped write a song that went number 2 in Sweden. Even 3-time Grammy Award winner Red One had taken notice and proceeded to sing my praises in a meeting with my father, followed with an invite to write with him in Sweden, LA, and Morocco. Woo! Daddy, come on, man! I've done well, haven't I? I said let me fucking entertain you. Will you fucking let me fucking entertain you, will you? Will you fucking... I truly started to lose my sense of reality. Then, one day, out of the blue, my father called me into his office for a meeting. We talked for a while, and then he simply said the most amazing words I had ever heard. He said, "Would you like me to use my influence to help your career?" Trying to remain cool, I simply said, yes. He smiled at me and said, "All right. I will be away on business in India for 3 days, and when I return, we will figure things out. Would you like to attend a Queen concert with me when I get back?" Man, amazing. Yes, I would love that. Those were the happiest 3 days of my life. Unfortunately, while he was away, he contracted a rare brain virus called encephalitis, which caused him to lose his memory of the past 20 years. So I decided to take a 6-month break from music, which turned into 6 years. During that time, I became very depressed, put on 3 stone, and drank a lot. Friends became not friends. It was an incredibly challenging time. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I suppose because I held all my value based on what my father thought and was desperately seeking his approval, I felt like all was lost. My whole reason of being had died. Anyway, I learned some invaluable lessons. What truly matters in life. Family, friends, connection, meaning, purpose, but above all, health, which I was not. So after enduring those 6 long, arduous, sombre years, a friend of mine informed me that the Troubadour, a renowned music venue in London, was seeking a lead singer to host an open mic night. I expressed my interest. They said, okay, let's do it. So every Wednesday, I started finding my voice again. I cannot even come close to describing the sensation. As I rekindled my ability to sing, I could quite literally feel the weight of depression, very gradually, but just enough, lifting from my soul. And there it was. I realized that I wasn't depressed because my father was ill. I'm sure it had its part to play. But in truth, I was depressed because I had stopped singing. The body holds the power, and my body was telling me sing, express, create, and lose some bloody weight. And so I found my love for music again, only this time, not for my dad or anyone else, but for myself. So now I knew that singing was what I had to do. I knew how to do it. I just didn't know why yet. Why haven't I been singing? What has been holding me back? That's when the whole of Mark was born. I began experimenting every day to try and find out my why. Who is the whole of Mark? What does he think? What does he want? What is he made of? Of course, COVID-19 would introduce itself at this time. But did that stop me? No. I just resumed writing, performing, and creating content. Woo! And with this new sense of self and the will to find my true identity, I burst back into life, sharing my creations with the world. Right or wrong, I was a man possessed with one mission: to find my why. But still I struggled. I kept on getting lost within my million ideas, only adding to my confusion. What was I missing? Well, I knew that I was very unhealthy mentally and physically, so I started searching to better understand myself. That's when I found a book called Scattered Minds by Gabor Mate. Gabor Mate is a leading expert in the condition known as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It might come not as a surprise to you, but many people have suspected that I have ADHD. Quite a few people, actually. And oh my God, when I read this book, every single page I could relate to and understand. I couldn't put it down until the very last word. What number? So at this point in the documentary, which is all about ADHD, I would like to encourage you, if you suspect that you might have ADHD, or if you know anyone who you think might have ADHD, get them to read Scattered Minds by Gabor Mate. It changed my life. Read this book and you will know whether you have ADHD or not. I was misdiagnosed at the age of 9 due to my ability to remain still during examinations. However, if they had consulted my teachers, my parents, or my friends, they would have unanimously confirmed that I indeed do have ADHD. This realization shed light on various aspects of my life, such as my tendency to seek approval, the challenging life of a people pleaser, taking things personally, and struggling in relationships that don't even serve me. But the more I learned about what that means to have unmanaged ADHD your whole life, there is no doubt in my mind that it has had a negative effect on my life. So I would like to share my story of self-discovery as I learn how to deal with my ADHD so I can help others while becoming the person I've always wanted to be. Through daily posts, I have already discovered EMDR therapy, cold therapy, fasting, and psilocybin to uncover my true self with a simple message to all.
Have I come prepared? There's no turning back.
Don't undermine your health and the value of your life. Make it meaningful. This is my sincere proclamation. Don't Be Silly is a 5-part documentary series, and this is the first installment. My message of intent. I realise now that creating a documentary requires much more time. Thus, I call upon all of you for Don't Be Silly Part 2, the interviews. I aspire to interview numerous individuals, including ADHD experts and artists in the entertainment industry. If you wish to be interviewed, please reach out to me. I would be delighted to meet with you, exchange ideas, and shed light on our experiences for the rest of the world to understand. Although we are aware that some find us incredibly annoying, the truth is, we are incredibly remarkable. And I want to celebrate that. So, I have taken the first step, and now I implore you to join me in taking the second. Thank you for watching my documentary. I eagerly anticipate our next encounter with love, respect, and the ambition to understand. I am Mark Hole, the whole of Mark.
Sweet dreams in an ecstasy. Tell me why I'm here at all. I hang tight in this raggedy drum, won't let me go. I can find my way out of here. I'm so tired of this raggedy place, please let me go. I wanna reach on out. I wanna scream till my screaming is all out. I wanna reach something else. A heartbeat feel me kicking my feet. I wanna know, yeah. Maybe someone's testing me. Maybe I hold the key to life, and all I have to do is open the door, and there you go, yeah. I'm gonna reach scream till my screaming is all out. I'm gonna reach all out, yeah. I'm gonna scream till my screaming is all out, yeah. Oh. Scream till my screaming is all out. Is all out, yeah. Gonna scream till my screaming